Hi, it's me, Jess, and this is my September video update. After Worship Warfare Week at the end of August, we got a couple weeks off, which was great. I got to be refreshed. I spent time in New Jersey and some time in North Carolina. I got to visit with a lot of friends and family, so it was a great time to reconnect and just get refreshed because it was a very busy summer. We pour out a lot through the summer, so it was nice. And I just wanted to share with you something the Lord was speaking to me this morning, actually. I was reading in Proverbs chapter 19. I try to read a proverb a day, and it was that verse that he who gives to the poor lends to the Lord. And the Lord was just speaking to me about how as we are giving to the poor, that it touches his heart. It's almost like we're lending something or giving something to him. And it really blesses him because these are his kids, whether they're homeless or not. Like, we are his children, his creation, and his heart is so for the poor and the homeless and the broken, people who go unnoticed by many. So it was neat. Last Tuesday we were at Tompkins and I was working the clothing line. So I was standing behind this table with the women's clothing, and there was a man next to me doing the men's clothing. And this woman, Liz, came up, who I see pretty often. She is on the streets and she does drugs, and she has a lot of health issues, diabetes and different things, and she really is in a mess. I've gotten to talk with her and pray for her a few times, but it was cool. She was looking for a few specific items, like some pants and a couple shirts in her size, and as she looked through the pile, she did find those things, and I was just so thanking God because he does provide. Whether it's through people donating clothing or praying or giving financially, that God meets the needs of these people. So it's really cool to see, and I've gotten to see that happen a lot of times, like someone looking for a specific size shoe, especially for the men. That's really hard for them to find good shoes because I think men hold on to their shoes until they're worn out. So we get a lot more women's donations of shoes and clothing, but it's so cool when we do see someone who really needs something find that pair of shoes that means, a lot to them or is exactly what they needed. And I got to see that for Liz last week when I was working the clothing, and for others too that came up and found, an item like a shirt. That's not really something that we would be like, oh, a shirt in my size, that's great. But, for those on the streets, they need it. Some of them are wearing the same thing week after week. Like, I've seen people in the same clothes and they're dirty and smelly, to be honest. It's not like they can wash their stuff anywhere. So there's a lot of need out there, but God's heart is so for meeting those needs. It's who he is. He's faithful. He talks about how he provides for the sparrows. How much more for a person is he going to provide? So I hope that encourages you, just as you are thinking about our ministry and praying for me and for us here and those that we get to talk with on the streets, that God is like, yes, I want to provide. I want to meet their needs. The needs of the homeless and poor. So he's a good God. So that's it for this month, and I will be sharing with you again in the future. And I do want to say again, just thank you. I love hearing from you all, and I'm very thankful for your prayers and support. And let me know if there's a specific story or something that you want to hear more about, whether it's Prayer Station or Tompkins or whatever else we are doing. All right, God bless. Bye.